You can see the screen. Okay, that's great. Right. Okay. Bear with me 1 second. Right. Okay. So what I'm going to do, for the sake of people who are new to Canva, I'm just going to go through a couple of things. Let me just go to this. Right. So Canva is, as I was saying earlier, is really great software to use if you don't have a design background and you want to improve the look of your social media, whether it be for Instagram or YouTube, Facebook, all of those things. It's got some really cool design features that you can use to improve the look of everything that you're doing. And it doesn't matter what branch of social media it's going to be, you're going to find it useful. And as mentioned, I've sent a link in the chat, which you will hopefully all find useful. And I'm just going to explain what all of them are. So the first one in the link is my Canva affiliate link in case you want to go for the paid version. The second one I've called it color codes. And what that does is, let's just say that you're designing something and you want to get an exact color. That link will give you that. And the third one, let's just say that you're designing some kind of flyer and you have a good picture of yourself, but you want to give it a different background. Say, for example, I've got this one here, for example. Right. So this was originally a photograph, and it gave me the ability to remove the background and just focus on myself in that. So that third one, the background remover site, that's a free site that allows you to remove the background from any pictures that you've got. And then the fourth one, that one, Metricool, that's a really cool site if you want to automate your social media posting. And one thing that I've noticed is that there is no perfect site when it comes to automating your social media. Some sites are better than others. So that's another site that you would find quite useful as well. So if I just go back to Canva itself, okay, 1 second. All right, okay, so if I go back to Canva itself, one of the things that I love about Canva is the fact that when you look on the, see if I can drag that away. Right, so when you look on the top, so I'm speaking specifically about the desktop version. So when you look on the top right corner, you will see something that says create a design. And when you click on it, you will see that rather than trying to guess the ratio of a format that you're using, i.e., it's like landscape and portrait, if you type what you're after, so say, for example, you're going to put something on LinkedIn, you have various LinkedIn descriptions that you can use for LinkedIn. But the most common one, if I type Instagram, you're going to see, and the one that's most commonly, the two that are most commonly used would be Instagram post, which is going to be square. And then you've got Instagram reel. So let's just say that I'm going to do an Instagram reel. And the reason why this one is quite useful, because this image ratio is going to be the same on Instagram, the same on TikTok, and it's going to be the same on YouTube Shorts. And just as a little tip, it's YouTube Shorts is underrated, but I think that's a good thing to get into. And because the good thing about automation is that you can design some kind of a reel or something like that, and it can go on all of these platforms. And for those of you who might not be familiar, if you do a video that's 30 seconds or shorter, it can go on all of them. So for example, if you're going to put something on YouTube Shorts, it actually has to be 30 seconds or less, otherwise it won't recognize it, and it has to go into YouTube in the normal widescreen format. Okay, so that's what that is. Now, the way that I like to do these is I like to give people a chance to ask questions, and I can potentially focus on an area that maybe they're trying to learn. So if anyone wants to ask me a question about something that they're curious about or stuck on, feel free to ask me either with the microphone or in chat, and then I can focus on that particular area.
Hi there. Hello, everyone. This is Celine.
It's a little bit muffled. I can't quite hear you. Can you say it again?
One moment, please. Good evening, everyone. This is Colleen. Are you able to hear me now?
Oh, yeah. Oh, hi, Colleen. How are you?
I'm well. So one of my question is I don't use YouTube, even though I do have it on my thing. So if you're posting shorts, I did post shorts many years ago before I was an agent. So if we're posting shorts now, YouTube, would I do it similar to a reel and put words on it? Or just, whether, let's say it's just a hotel or something or somewhere you have been and you want to post it, like just to show the different scenery of that particular place.
Yeah. I think YouTube shorts are closer to story rather than a reel, in the sense that you can't put too much description in it. So you would give it a title, and you can put in some keywords, because they don't use hashtags, they use keywords. And yeah, but they don't really, yeah, so you can put a title in it, but you can't put in lots of text like you would in a reel. So it's closer in format to a short than a reel. But because it's in portrait mode, the video dimensions are identical to an Instagram reel or short. So you can, because I like to think in terms of being efficient with my time. So you can, what I sometimes do is if I create a reel, I can put it on the different platforms either at the same time, or maybe I can stagger them by putting, say, the same video in different places on different days. So I might put them on one platform on Monday, then another platform on Tuesday, and mix it around a bit like that.
So, okay, thanks for that information. Will it be possible if when you're finished and you're free,
Yeah.
can I show you one of my YouTube shorts and you just critique it for me?
Yeah. Oh, and what I could also do, I can let me do it as if I'm going to do a YouTube short now, then, because I'll be doing the same kind of stuff anyway. So let's just say that I've got the frame format, and then within my Canva, I click on uploads on the left here. So let's just say, for example, I could click on videos, and I was at a 3-day travel expo yesterday in the Excel here in London, and I've got some footage. So let me just find something. For example, what can I film? Let me just see. Okay, let's just say I pick this one. Right. Okay, so let's just say I'm putting this on YouTube. So one of the things that I would do, depending on the quality of the sound, if I could either keep the sound of the original video, or within this, I can, when I highlight the video, you see that I've got a toolbar up here, and I can click on the volume and I can mute it. And then that way, once I transfer it to YouTube, similar to Instagram, I can import some audio and music from YouTube as well. So when you do a YouTube short, you can actually input music and things like that from YouTube as well to overlay whatever video that you're doing. So let's just say I was going to do that. So I've highlighted, I've muted the sound. I can then go to edit video, and you see I've got the scissors there. So imagine it was longer than 30 seconds. I can, edit it to choose the selection of video that I want. I can do that. And one of the things that I sometimes do is, let's just say that I wanted to, let me think of an example. Okay, so for example, like sometimes I might have a video, but I want to insert some kind of image halfway through it. So what I would do is I could duplicate it. Okay, so if you look at the bottom, I've got 3 dots on that image. So I can click on that and I can duplicate page. And then on the second page, let's just say I wanted to, I don't know, add something, some marketing to do with Planet Marketing. I could put it somewhere on the video. And then the way that I'd normally do it to make sure that the timeline is working smoothly. So if I go back to that, you see that I've got the video is from this point to this point. Now, when I click on duplicate, it reflects exactly what I've done with the timeline of this video. So what I would do is I would compress it there, expand it there. So then when I click on the play at the top right, and I play that video, that insert appears in the video at a certain point. So that gives me the ability to do a bit of customization. And, oh, any questions at this point? Because I don't want to be going too fast. Has anyone got any questions about what I've said just now?
Sure. I didn't really catch that part that you just did to insert the picture in.
Right. Okay. So what I did, so if I go back to the original, and what I love about this, I can just start from scratch. So if I just delete that. So the first thing that I did is, so let's just say that you've got a video that's, and you want to highlight different things during the video. A typical example might be, like sometimes you see people talking on YouTube, and then when a particular topic comes up, something relating to that will appear above their head on the left or right. So let's just imagine I was doing a voiceover and I'm talking, and then I mention Planet Marketing halfway through the video. So what I would do, in order to catch the person's eye, I would crop the video to the point where I start talking about it. So obviously I've cropped it already. Once I've cropped it to that point in time, I would then click on duplicate page. So now what I have is 2 identical videos which start and stop at exactly the same time. But what I'm trying to do is add an image to the second part of the video. So what I would do, now that I've got that second one, so I can highlight it. I go back to the edit video section, which has the timeline, and then I compress the original bit because I know that is on the first one because I'm highlighting the second one now. And then I can extend it beyond the timeline of the first one so that so that way the video runs smoothly without interruption. And then so here in this upload section, this shows
Yeah, I'm just going to go to the printer because I need to pick up these things.
Sorry, say that again. Sorry, say that last bit again. Oh, I didn't catch that. Right, okay, so...
I don't think she was talking to you, hon.
Oh, right. Sorry. Okay. That's why. Okay, right. So if I then go to the second video, so let's just say I'm talking about, let's just say the Planet Marketing Pledge. And I want, let's imagine that is me talking in the background rather than the expo in the background. So I would then put the Planet Marketing Pledge here. So then when I've finished my editing, if I play the whole video, so you see this is actually both of those videos joined together. Then at the point where the pledge comes in, that suddenly appears. And one of the cool things about it is that I can also, rather than make it suddenly pop up like that, I can be a bit fancy as well. So if I was to click on it, I could even do, for example, I can click on animate, and I can make it fade into the video rather than just suddenly popping up so abruptly. So if I was to play that again, and you see that it comes in with more of a natural transition. And there's different ways that you can do that. So you can have it as fading or, expanding. And you've got all kinds of different ways of doing it so that it can transition. I hope that's a good explanation. Is that okay? Or does anyone have any questions about that? Okay, so I'll move on. Right, so let's just say that I have I've finished with this, and what I would do then is I would click on share, and what I could do then is actually oh yeah, one thing that I want to show you, because I have the paid version, there's features that I've got that you wouldn't get on the free version. So let's just say, for example, I was clicking on edit photo. You'll see that there's some features here that anywhere where you see like a crown, what looks like a crown, that's only available on the paid version. So let me do an example, give you an example. So let's just say, right. So let's just say I've got, okay, I'm going to pick a really awkward one. Okay, now that's, let me pick, okay, let's see if this one works. I'm trying to find a good picture to do it with. Sorry, bear with me 1 second. Okay, it's not a really good picture to do it with, but I'm just picking the first one that I can find. Right, okay, so let's just say that I've got this picture and I want to get rid of the background. Like I said, it'd be easy if I had one with a person, but I can't find one just yet. And so what I could do, I could click on it. I click on edit photo, and then here, I click on remove background. Yeah, no, that's not a good example. Yeah, let me just find something. Let me just try and find something with a person. Okay, I use that one. Yeah, just to get right. Okay, it's not a perfect example, but I'm just going to use this one. Okay, so if I just drag that on. Okay, so let's just say that because obviously this is one I've done already. So let's just say I want to get rid of the background of this. I can expand it. And then when I click on edit photo, I click on that. And then it removes the background. But let's just say that I don't have the paid version of Canva. If we were to go to this free website that I mentioned earlier, I can do the same thing. I can drag the image across. And you see that, like I said, it's not a perfect example because it's quite a complex picture, but you see that it removed the background for this bit here. And then I could mess around with it afterwards. So yeah, not the best example, but it's just giving you a sense of what you can do with software that removes backgrounds. Okay, so right, does anyone have any questions at this point? Oh yes, okay, so right, so Colleen, you were asking about YouTube Shorts. So let's just say that I finished everything. What I love about this software here, this is Metricool. So the free version, it lets you automate the posting of up to 50, you can do up to 50 posts in a month. That's free. And then if you do more than 50, then you have to pay for it. But so if you're someone that only does like, say, one or just over one a day, you're still in the free package. So the way that it works, so if I click on create new post, and then if you look here, you can see you have the ability to post on X, Facebook, Instagram. See, the TikTok is a bit convoluted, so I don't use that. Although it gives you the ability to design it here, you still have to transfer it to your phone. Maybe it works better on the mobile version, but I haven't played around with it. But let's just say that I want to post onto YouTube. So I click on that, and then you see that the icon has lighted up. And if I then click add multimedia, so I click on that, add video, and then I could do the same thing as before. Let's just see. I could do one I've done earlier. Let's just say, so I can drag a video over to it. Okay, and here it gives you a preview of the video that you selected. So this again, this was me at the Travel Expo earlier this week. And what you will find that depending on the platform, you're going to have different requirements. So when you look down here, you will see the things that you need to do specifically for YouTube Shorts. So if I look at the YouTube section and I expand it, so with YouTube, I have to give it a title. So I give it a title, and then, so these are things that you would see if you were trying to upload something on your mobile phone. So it's exactly the same kind of format in terms of what's required of you before you upload a YouTube short. So you've got audience configuration. So I'll put it's not made for kids. And then the tags, as mentioned before, so YouTube uses tags rather than hashtags. So basically, it won't work if you use the hashtag before the word. So I could just type, I don't know, holiday. I press enter, and then I can add some more hashtags. And I can then go to the Instagram one, and I could decide if I want it to be a story, a reel, or a post. But because of the portrait mode, you know, to rather avoid any kind of messiness, I make sure that it's either a reel or a story. So let's just say I make it a story. And so, and what you will see is that at the bottom of this, anything in red means that certain requirements haven't been met. And because those requirements haven't been met, I can't post it yet. So what this is saying is that because I can post date it and the time is too close or has just gone past, that's why it's still red. So I can click on this and I can set it for 2 days time. I can make it AM or PM. And then I can, so what date did I just pick? The 11th. So, and let's just say I made it, okay, let's say I made it in the evening. I click on save. And that will automatically post to Instagram or YouTube on the 11th of November. So if I then look on my calendar, I can find that post. But let's just say, oh, damn, I've got the wrong date or I've got the wrong time. I can drag and drop it to another point in time, and then it will post at that point instead. So yeah, so that's kind of like the kind of things that you would need to do for YouTube. But if it if it was more than 30 seconds, it would actually come up with an error and it wouldn't let me post it to YouTube. So but I can still go into it and then say, okay, it's too long for YouTube, so I'm just going to click on that. That removes it, and it will only post to Instagram. And let's just say I wanted to do Facebook as well, it would go into Instagram and Facebook. So it gives me a lot of flexibility. But there's one thing that not everyone knows is even on Canva itself, I have the ability to do scheduled posts on Canva as well. So I can do share to social. And as you can see, I can post to LinkedIn, Tumblr, TikTok, all these things. But like I said, it's no platform does it perfectly. They all have their little quirks. So I tend to only use Canva to post directly to Facebook and Instagram. And it's one of those things that you kind of learn as you go along, and you start to get your preference in terms of which way you automate your posts. Yeah. So anyway, so what I tend to do with these tutorials, I don't like making them too long, because I don't want to give people too much information, because then there's too much to absorb. So unless anyone has any questions, I will actually end it here. And if anyone has any particular, oh, what's that in there? Someone's just, oh, someone's been asking questions there. Let me have a look. Edit picture, then click on the button. What's going on there? I didn't see how I removed the background. Okay, right. Okay, I'll quickly show how to. Oh, okay. Do you still have the question about? Is that Laura? Do you still have a question about editing? Or you're okay now?
It was Renee. I was just trying to show her. I sent a screenshot on how to do it.
Okay.
But it was Renee.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Right. So yeah. So anyone got any questions at this point, or?
Albert, make sure I get this recording also, please. This Darlene.
Okay. Yeah. Hi. Yeah. No, I will do that. I do have a YouTube channel, so I can. Yeah. But I'll send the link in the chat anyway. So if anytime it's a half decent recording, I'll add it to my channel. So if you want the recording,
Okay.
I'll definitely.
Yeah, I am with your channel also, so I'll see it that way too.
Cool. Yeah. Okay, that's great. Okay, so yeah, so like I said, I like to keep it short and sweet. So unless anyone has any questions, I'll end it at this. Oh, does anyone want me to send them the link to those free websites? So I send that again, just in case anyone came late. Let me just add that to the chat again. All right.
I posted it. I posted it on my WhatsApp.
Oh, okay, cool. Right. Okay. I just add it one more time just to be safe. Yeah. So that's links.
Albert, can you hear me?
Hi, Ricardo. How are you?
I'm good. A little bit cold over here. Albert, let me know this week or weekend when we can get together to do something with Eventbrite, regardless to the opportunity meeting on Tuesday.
Okay, yeah, all right then. Yeah, that's cool. I think I'm fairly flexible this weekend, but I can let you know. But feel free to remind me in case I forget. But yeah, I should be relatively free this weekend, so I'll be able to help you out with that.
All right, brilliant. Thank you.
Yeah, okay, that's cool. Right, so unless anyone has any questions, I'm going to end this now then. And thanks all of you for taking time out to attend. Much appreciated. And yeah, also if anyone has any questions about anything in particular that they want a bit of help with in Canva, if you let me know beforehand, then I can potentially focus on that the next time I do one of these sessions. I would kind of like to do it on a weekly basis at the same time if there's enough interest. So yeah, just let me know. Okay, so I'm.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Albert, because I'm not really up on this Canva. A matter of fact, I just downloaded it on my phone yesterday, and I got to download it on my computer.
Yeah.
Thank you. That would be awesome, because I'm listening and I'm like, I'm still lost. I got to look at the replay again.
That's okay. And do you know what? I'm not what's the word? I'm not an official tutor or anything. I've just picked this up as I've gone along. And what I found is that when I first started, I used the free version for quite a few months, and that's fine. So I mean, the paid version is awesome. It's a massive time saver. But when you're still learning how to do it, you're going to be fine with the free version. That's why I sent you the links. And you can kind of like, you find is that the more practice that you do, then you start thinking about, oh, how do I do this? How do I do that? And then your creative juices start flowing. And so the way that I learned was I did very basic stuff at first. And then when I got stuck, I would literally just go into YouTube with a question. Oh, how do I do this? And I gradually got better over time. And then I found that the better I got, because I was doing more content, it made sense to use the paid version because certain things are so much more quicker. Because when I was using the free websites, you're doing a lot of uploading back and forth between the different platforms, and it is very time consuming. Whereas once you've got the less platforms that you use, especially when you increase your content, the more time you're going to save. So that's something to bear in mind. But yeah, don't feel overwhelmed. Just take your time. And like I said, you can ask questions at any point. And you'll probably find a couple of, I've done a couple of these videos that I've got on my YouTube channel. You'd hopefully find that quite useful as well.
I have a question.
Okay.
So it appears that you are on your laptop or desktop, and most time I'm using my cell phone. Do you advise or suggest we use our laptop and for better? Because similar to Facebook, when you go on your cell phone as opposed to on the laptop, you have more things available. Is
yes,
that the same?
I found that I don't like the mobile version. Like I said, my eyes are 56 years old and they don't like the tiny screen. So I prefer the desktop version. And unless I wasn't figuring out how to do things, the desktop version I felt had more features. And especially if I'm editing something that I'm going to put on YouTube, because I do put things on there, to me, the desktop version is much, much better.
All right, thanks for that.
That's okay, no problem. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to end the call. So yeah, once again, thanks for everyone that attended. And like I said, any questions, feel free to get back to me. And if you want me to focus on anything in particular next time, just let me know.